Don't forget, right now and during every CSN Cubs game, we are streaming live. So if you're stuck at work and want to watch the game, maybe even secretively, head to csnchicago.com or download the NBC Sports app presented by State Farm. John Lester with a 6-0 lead. In the air to right. Easy plays Zobrist. Peraza's out.
And John with just one win so far, but easily could have 4 or 5. He's had 4 starts already this year where he's allowed 1 earned run or none and gotten a no decision.
Mesoraco, we mentioned, with a hamstring issue. Last played on Sunday in San Francisco. Reds are trying to figure out if they need to put him on the DL.
Where he spent so much time the last couple of years, just as he was really coming into his own. 2014, he had 25 home runs, led all catchers at OPS. And maybe a star in the making. Played very little baseball since then. Been a contender.
The 2-1. This aggressive play by Bryant, but he threw it away. He got there quickly and then threw high for an error. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, got the ball in good shape, stayed low. Looked like he was under control, a little crow hop.
We've got a pinch hitter for Garrett. Patrick Kivlahan. Price only gets 4 innings out of his starter today.
Kivlahan's got a little power, decent home run numbers as a minor leaguer, so I'm sure that's what Price is thinking. We can pop one here, get a little something going. This is just the second base runner the Reds have had on first today. Cozart and now Barnhart not taking the big leads you normally see.
Another chance for Bryant. This time he'll throw to second, and they force Barnhart.
Maybe Brian Price's philosophy now with Lester on the mound is, look, we've challenged this guy in the past. We know all about the fact that he doesn't throw to first base, but the running game has not been a winning proposition against the Cubs. His quickness to the plate, Contreras with that big arm behind the plate, has been able to nullify a lot of base runners. Stretching it out a little bit, but still not as big as we've seen.
Hamilton gives it strike 1.
Good changeup. And Lester's gotten a lot of swings and misses at that pitch. Simple change, fading down and away, perfectly executed. Doesn't use it a lot. He's using it more than he has in the past. But check out the strikeout percentage he's getting on his changeup. More than 18% of his punch-outs coming with that pitch. He's such a tough read for a hitter. Very consistent with that arm slot. They have to make up their mind whether it's going to be that cutter going down and in or the sinker going down and away, and the changeup comes out of that same slot as the two-seamer.
No swing. So it's Jerry Meals. Huge lead by Kivlahan, not running. 2-2.
Yeah, and what the big lead does for a lot of these guys is it takes away the secondary. Because of Contreras' arm, they'll take the big initial lead, but they don't want to stray too far off for fear of getting picked off. So as the pitch is being delivered, they're flat-footed, and in some instances, even though they know that John's not going to throw to first base, they'll start to creep back towards the bag a little bit. Average lead is about 11 or 12 feet. We've seen a couple instances this year of base runners going before first move, trying to anticipate that, and John able to make the play on the run, flipping the ball to the second baseman.
Caught by Russell. So the one-out error does not hurt. It's still 6-0.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's not how fast you mow.
It's how well you mow fast.
They're not just words to mow by, they're words to live by. The John Deere Z-Track Z345R.
This is how it feels when you eat a Subway $6 footlong sub of the day. It's the taste you love at a price you can't get enough of. The $6 footlong sub of the day. 7 days, 7 footlongs, 7 more ways to enjoy Subway.
You're a brave man, Mr. Stevens. Your testimony will save lives. Mr. Stevens, this is your new name. This is your new house and a perfectly inconspicuous SUV. You must become invisible.
I'll take my chances.
If you love to watch what you want, when you want it, anywhere you want, Xfinity is the clear choice with this incredible offer. Get internet and TV with a choice of HBO or Showtime for just $29.99 a month. Download the Xfinity Stream app and your content is mobile. Get up to 3 times the speed for just $10 more a month for 12 months. Combine all that with in-home internet service of 25 megabits per second, all for just $29.99 per month with a 1-year term agreement. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with an unlimited baseball break brought to you by our friends at T-Mobile. On the 70th anniversary of his Wrigley Field debut, the Cubs honored Jackie Robinson before today's game. Robinson's granddaughter Meta helped raise the number 42 flag on the right field flagpole. Over 42,000 people witnessed Robinson's debut at Wrigley Field, a record that still stands today. Make sure you join David DeJesus and me for Cubs postgame live after the final out. Now back to Len and Jim at Wrigley.
All right, Cap, thank you. Check out the variety of luxury premier options. And first, Blake Wood.
Blake Wood in the house. Blake Wood is a hard-throwing right-hander who is pitching for the 19th time. And he has pitched to a 4.08 ERA. Good stuff. Command can sometimes be an issue for him.
Ian Happ batting from the left side. 2 good swings. Right-handed, a line out and a double off the starter Garrett. I'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on F&B Communications in Wheatland, Iowa. 2-1.
So Garrett put the big A on the mound for Amir. And Wood should put a B there. They can do their ABCs here today.
Swing and a miss. Full count on Happ. Contreras and Russell also scheduled here in the Cubs' fifth. That is a walk. Very poised Ian Happ, 22-year-old rookie. Now Contreras.
Yeah, that was a flip a coin. That he could have been rung up there, but he has shown good patience. That walk with the bases loaded the other night, it got everybody's attention.
Fifth walk issued by Reds pitching. And Contreras drew something in the dirt near the on-deck circle with his index finger before he walked to the plate. Called strike. Bounce to third. Fair ball. Suarez boxed it for the Reds, who came in as the top-rated defensive club in baseball. They've been shaky this week, and they're in one of those modes that the Cubs had been in recently, and it is an error on Suarez.
Yeah,
it feels like every error really comes back to bite him.
Well, when you're walking people and you're not making plays on balls in play and the wind's blowing out, it's a formula for disaster. It's a little bit of a tough break for Contreras because he might have beaten that play at first base. No knock and E5.
Suarez had been playing stellar defense at third. That's his second error of the year. It's the plays that aren't made, right? It's the bloop single by Rizzo in the first. It was lost in the sun. That really opened the door.
Yeah. Combination, right? You gotta make plays, and every now and then the pitchers have to pick up the defense as well. Pitch around an error or two.
Try to turn two, and they can only get one because of the shift. Cozart had a long run over there to second base.
Provide another RBI opportunity for Baez. Lester on deck. Don't be surprised if you see a safety squeeze in this situation.
It's all over the Nationals. 10-4, bottom of the 8th in Pittsburgh.
Would no doubt confusing Baez a little bit here, going fastball in the zone. Javi sees so many breaking pitches out of the zone. I'm going to try a changeup.
The Pirates Pirates hang on, that would be a series win for them. Over the first place Nationals. Big injuries in the National League so far this year. Adam Eaton, Madison Bumgarner, Freddie Freeman. Could go on and on. That's into right for a base hit. Happ will score 7-0.
Well, it's an elevated fastball, and Baez able to just get on top of it and nudge it through the right side of the infield.
His 5th RBI today. It's a season high for a Cub. 5 knocked in.
Now you can most assuredly expect to see that safety squeeze.
Banged one off the top of the wall in St. Louis in his last start. Almost grabbed his first career home run. I drive the other way. Is this the one? No. Caught by Duvall, but it will be a sac fly. Nice try, John. You almost made me look really, really smart. 8-0.
How did that not get out of here? The wind must have turned around. It would have been out of here last night. So off the wall in St. Louis. To the wall here. He'll have to settle for a sac fly.
That's pretty homer. Going that way up.
Funny, isn't it? Lackey's laughing. Lester is not. And you know, if the situation were reversed, it would be the same. It's easy to laugh when you're not pitching. And when you're leading 8-0.
Yeah, especially an 8-0 game.
That helps.
Everybody in that Cub dugout was probably screaming, "Get out of here," except for Lackey. He's probably saying just the opposite.
Well, this has been the norm. The Cubs basically averaging 8 per game against the Reds this season. Count. Almora fouls, takes the mask off Barnhart in the process.
Reds had won 7 out of 8, including game 1 of their series in San Francisco. Then they dropped the final 3 there. And on the verge of being swept here.
check out the variety of luxury premier options that Wrigley Field has to offer for your next client, corporate, or family function, like the all-inclusive Fannie Mae Suite located in center field. Go to Cubs.com/premier for an option that fits your needs. Reds will head home after this ball game and host the Rockies this weekend in Cincinnati. And they have their 4-game home and home interleague set next week with Cleveland. Strike one on Zobrist. Two runs in. RBIs by Baez and Lester here in the 5th. The set, now the pitch. Base hit to right. Baez around third. Schebler's throw is late. 9-0.
After missing a few days with that tight back, Ben Zobrist has looked really good. That bat really flying through the zone. A couple of hits last night, 2 more here today. Timed up that fastball and able to get on top of it, even though it's way up above the belt. So he reads the play, sees the go at third base, sees the high throw, and gets himself into scoring position.
Mac Jenkins has been out there a lot in this series.
And the one thing we really haven't seen from these Reds pitchers taking all these beatdowns is nobody's really pushed back. You know, there hasn't been anybody pushed off the plate.
Right-hander Robert Stevenson in their bullpen. The way it's gone lately in terms of the allotment of innings, I wonder if Brian Price might be contemplating a position player a little later today. Is caught by Cozart. Got a good break on it. And nabbed that Bryant liner. Cubs, though, add 3 more. It's 9-0.
How do you become America's best-selling brand? Giving people more reasons to buy Ford again. Keeping families safe and impressing critics and people alike. That's how you become America's best-selling brand. And with these savings, there's never been a better time to buy. Hurry to get a 2017 Focus with 0% financing for 72 months, plus $750 cash back. Or get up to $3,552 in total savings. Visit your local Ford store today.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede.
Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was like, have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede.
I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
So tell us your big idea for getting the whole country booking on choicehotels.com.
4 words. Bada book, bada boom. Let it sink in.
Shouldn't we say we have the lowest price?
Nope. Bada book, bada boom.
Have you ever stayed with Choice Hotels, like at a Comfort Inn?
Yep. Free waffles. Can't go wrong.
I like it.
Promote that guy.
Get the lowest price on our rooms, guaranteed. When you book direct at choicehotels.com. Book now.
For Chicago Sports Talk with Sizzle, turn on STL. David Kaplan hosts an opinionated half hour on the biggest topics in town. Have your say on Facebook, then cast your vote and watch the live results roll in. Sports Talk Live, presented by the Chevy Silverado, tonight at 6 on CSN.
We move to the 6th here at Wrigley. Cubs up 9-0. This is your Miller Lite game report. And of course, John Lester throwing a tremendous game this afternoon. One of the interesting conversations with John coming into this season was him being without battery mate, longtime battery mate, David Ross. And he explained how it was interesting how he wished he had spent more time picking the brain of a teammate like Jason Varitek back in the day. 14-year career in the majors, and he said he was just always that guy, the great teammate, the guy to pick you up, the guy to explain different things to his teammates. And John feels like that's the role he's kind of moved into himself with this Cubs team, in a leadership type of role, guys. And John Lester just always evaluating the different stages of his career when he has a chance to not be preparing for a game like today.
Thank you, Kelly. 1-2 the count on Zach Cozart. There was some talk in spring training about Joey Votto kind of embracing his veteran wisdom and being a little more open with his teammates. And why wouldn't you want to learn from Joey Votto if you're a young Cincinnati Red? Cozart strikes out.
Yeah, there's certainly things veteran players pick up along the way that they can pass on to young players. You know, some guys come into the league as young players and already have a really good idea in terms of how to approach the game. And there are other guys, veteran players who have been around a long time, that could still stand to learn a lesson or two. Sometimes you have to be humble enough to realize that.
Well, I think it's that. And I think the other part of it, and tell me if you agree or not, is the amount of preparation you need to get yourself ready and the kind of mental capacity you have to then go help others, right? Because I think Votto is one of those guys who kind of got into his own world of all the things he needed to do to prepare for a game. And you know, you get tunnel vision sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that you're not a leader, it's just that you need to spend so much time with yourself to get ready and making sure you have time for other guys in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of older players, guys who are, you know, either towards the end of their careers or maybe out of the game now, lament the post game, hanging around talking about the game, because that doesn't go on as much now as it used to. And I think that's where a lot of those lessons were passed on, because it is tougher in pregame or in game.
The 3-1 is outside for ball 4. First time Lester has walked a hitter today. Not a big surprise that it would be Votto.
John has only made 68 pitches. He has not given up much hard contact. He's punched out 3.
The other part of this conversation too is the idea of, I guess, tactfulness, right? As Duvall sends one high and foul to left. But the idea of sitting in a dugout, right? And you can watch other pitchers and probably go, he's not doing that right. But you can't just go up to a guy and go, hey, work on this. Because sometimes the answer might be, you work on your thing, I'll work on my thing.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do it without angering a teammate.
There has to be a relationship there first. Well, it's kind of like if you're on the golf course. There's a lot of folks that they just don't, myself included, that don't really embrace advice from other golfers. You're out there hacking it around and somebody else, hey man, you need to keep your shoulder in, and come on, I can't process that.
1-1.
That was the old Yogi Berra line. You can observe a lot just by watching.
Right. Yeah.
That's probably the best way. Just watch, pay attention.
That ball fooled Baez. Looked like he stabbed at it at the last second, and it might have slightly changed direction. But that's a play he normally would make.
Yeah, I don't know if second base umpire screened him a little bit there as well. I think that may have been the case. A little net front presence.
That first look we had, you could see the ball did slightly change direction to the left. Watch. There, and it just kicked a little left. And again, an error on Baez.
Unfortunate, because of the pace of that ball, that would have been an easy double play.
And the pitch count is John Lester looking to go very deep into this game.
He's just trying to get low and like a goalie, see through the screen. Can't put it on the umpire. He's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, and they work with the infielders. If he's in the way, that is Tom Woodring. Baez will say, hey, could you move a little bit to your left?
Used to be that umpire, though, years ago would position himself out in shallow center, wouldn't he? Isn't that fairly typical umpiring mechanic years ago?
That sounds right. Swing and a miss for out number 2.
Slow curveball. Suarez well out in front. A couple of Hall of Famers celebrating birthdays today. Brooks Robinson is 80. Reggie Jackson 71 today.
Swing and a miss by Shepler.
Those of us of a certain age will remember Brooks Robinson, those Oriole teams, late 60s, early 70s. The human vacuum cleaner.
Two strikes to Shepler. 2 on for the Reds for the first time. How old did you say Reggie is?
71.
He looks great. Ran into him at the visiting clubhouse here at Wrigley when the Yankees were in town.
Was he stirring a drink when you went in there?
He was not. He was talking about the clubhouse and the fact that NFL teams got dressed up there when the Bears played here. I think he was giving some of the younger Yankees a little history lesson. To look, Reggie probably never played here.
I was just thinking the same thing.
His whole career was in the American League. Swing and a miss. Contreras fires to Rizzo. So Lester works around the error and keeps the Reds off the board.
So why do your low fares come with 2 free bags, unlike the other guys?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
And why do your low fares stay so low?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
Why am I wasting time with that other airline?
When you should be with me instead.
Yes. What? Southwest.
Hey, Chicago. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Roll the fancy animation. 2 minutes for boarding right there. There you go.
He's still going strong. I think we're going to go best of 7.
At Fields, we're known for our complimentary loaners. Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and now you can take a loaner home and keep it.
It's Fields' first ever loaner sales event.
Every current low-mileage, hand-picked, and pampered loaner will be sold or leased for less, like this.
And now at Fields BMW Northfield, get 0% APR financing for 36 to 72 months on every BMW loaner in stock.
Fields' first ever loaner sales event. But hurry, this is a limited time offer.
Fields BMW Northfield. FieldsBMWNorthfield.com.
For almost 40 years, I've worked hard to enforce the safety rules on our highways and in workplaces, to hold the negligent accountable. And it's helped make our community a safer, better place. But to keep our community safe and strong, we've got to take good care of our children. This is why I've donated hundreds of thousands to support programs like Kids Stop, Reading Buddies, Teachers of Excellence, and United Way. And it's also why I only do personal injury law. Because helping injured people win justice is its own reward.
The Cubs on the go at CSNChicago.com or on the NBC Sports app.
On the latest episode of the Cubs Talk podcast, Cubs Senior VP of Scouting and Player Development Jason McLeod joins our Patrick Mooney to discuss the upcoming draft as well as top prospects Ian Happ and Dylan Cease. Subscribe today. Happ's a prospect, but he's in the big leagues. Former Cub Arismendi Alcantara now playing right. First pitch from Robert Stevenson is off the inside on Anthony Rizzo.
And a tough go for the young right-hander. He's pitched 10 times. He's allowed runs in 8 of his 10 appearances, a 7.20 ERA. Giving up a lot of traffic, 22 hits, 13 walks. In 20 innings of work, he's allowed 5 home runs. On-the-job training for the former first-round pick. He's got good stuff, plus heater and a real good curveball. You just saw it there. So you can have the stuff, but the question is, what do you do with it? Can you locate it? You know how to set hitters up.
Deep breath by the righty. And here comes the 2-1, and it's lined foul to right.
Anthony dropped the head on 94, hit it hard but foul. Stevenson worked an inning and 2/3 here on Tuesday. Give up a home run. I believe that was Addison Russell that got him.
It was.
And he hit a bad curveball right after he threw him a real nasty one. And that's kind of the story with Stevenson. As I mentioned, good stuff, but just inconsistent so far. And even as you go back and look at his minor league career, a lot of walks. And if you're walking a lot of guys at the minor league level, that's not going to translate well up here.
Garrett, the starter, could only get through 4. Gave up 6 runs, 5 hits, 4 walks, and 2 home runs. Another walk. Cubs lead the league in that category.
It's got to be driving Brian Price crazy, the former pitcher and pitching coach. You watch all these free passes. 4 of the walks issued by the Reds today have come around to score.
Happ 1 for 2, double walk run. The out he made was a line out. Foul.
The newborn fan club is the perfect gift for parents of a new Cubs to showcase what it means to be a Cub for life. Receive a photo from a custom birth announcement on the Wrigley Field marquee, Cubs birth certificate, baby stocking cap, and unique Cubs onesie. Visit Cubs.com/kids for more information.
Bounce to first, foul.
Ian Happ's a new Cub. Do you think he got a onesie?
Well,
Joe Madden had his way, he would.
They reprised that trip from a couple of years ago. Yeah. And we're going to L.A. soon. It was the return trip after the Jake Arrieta no-hitter in August of 2015. The Cubs all wore the onesies on the overnight flight. This time he strikes out. Contreras steps in. Well, the ivy really filling up the vines on the outfield wall. In mid-May. Ground ball to the shortstop, Cozart. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. We'll go to the 7th. Cubs 9, Reds nothing.
The Honda Perfect Accord sales event is your chance to get an incredible deal on the Accord, which has been named to Car and Driver's 10 Best list a record-breaking 31 times. To celebrate, we have amazing offers on the Honda Accord, which has a 5-star overall vehicle score. The Honda Accord is also the best-selling car in its class. Race in to the Honda Perfect Accord sales event and get a great deal on the Accord today at your Honda dealer.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, every barrel's aged 4 long years for a fuller, smoother flavor. Our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
A naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine. A 10-speed direct shift transmission. A meticulously crafted interior. All of these are feats of engineering. Combining them with near-perfect weight distribution is a feat of amazing. Experience the first ever 471 horsepower Lexus LC500 or the multi-stage hybrid LC500H. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Anything that can happen will happen. Anything that can happen did happen.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Hey, welcome back, folks. Clark's Crew, presented by Jewel Osco and Tropicana, is the official kids club of the Chicago Cubs. Team up with Clark as a member of Clark's Crew and receive kid-specific perks, experiences, and merchandise. Visit Cubs.com/kids to sign up your young Cubs so they can be part of the fun all season long.
John Jay now in right.
Got the Chief Justice off the bench.
He's in for Zobrist.
What's the statute of limitations on Chief Justice references over the course of a 162-game season?
I think you still have a few left. Lined out in the left, Peraza aboard. So the longest start by a Cub this season, 7 innings. It's happened 4 times. Nobody has gotten it out in the 8th. Lester's pitch count in pretty good shape. Had to work a little harder due to the error in the 6th. You know, he'd love to get at least into the 8th today.
Yeah, and you know, the mitigating factor, of course, it's a 9-0 ball game, so there's no need to push him if you're Joe Madden, unless he had a chance to get the shutout. But then you're probably talking 125 pitches or something like that. Double play here would help.
That's a strike. Our buddy Jim Belushi will conduct the stretch coming up. He's a busy man. Twin Peaks limited series premiering this Sunday. And he's also in an upcoming Woody Allen picture, Wonder Wheel, with Kate Winslet. Two and 2 on Tucker Barnhart. Got a nice note from Leonard Pritikin from Silver City, New Mexico. Yesterday, Mr. Pritikin turned 97 years old. Born and raised in Chicago. Moved to New Mexico 30 years ago after he retired. Said
97. Wow, happy birthday.
He's a Cub fan starting in about 1932 or 33. The big bat was Chuck Klein. Well, he got his ground ball. Unfortunately, it got to the outfield. So back-to-back singles to start this 7th inning. Here's Alcantara, now playing right. Thanks to Gene Wenzel. Sent us a nice note. In the dirt for a ball.
Man, he's throwing hard.
Almost into your living room.
The acoustics out there are great for a pitcher's self-confidence. Well, that's the other thing, you know, Lester's been outstanding here today, and the last thing you want to do if you're Joe Madden is have him be out there and all of a sudden a 4 or 5 spot goes up on the board. I mean, I don't think the Cubs don't feel like they're in any jeopardy of losing this ball game, but he wants to get him up the tunnel into the clubhouse, feeling really good about his effort here today.
Here it comes. It's a strike, and it's 2-2. Another base hit. And around third is Peraza. And that breaks the shutout. It's 9-1. And still nobody out.
Yeah, you know, you really can't make the case that John is tiring or that they're starting to figure him out. They're just putting the ball in play and finding some holes here. And again, I think that the question for Joe Madden now is, do you want to help him out, bring somebody out of that pen, try to save him a couple earned runs if somebody were to pop one here. I was going to send Contreras out to have a chat with Lester, buy a little time for Rondon.
See, this is where my idea of getting rid of the warm-up pitch limit will come into play. So Joe's going to make the move, but he could have made the move earlier, and then you give Hector, if he needs a couple of extra pitches on the mound, let him take it. John will get a great hand, and deservingly so, after another terrific performance here at Wrigley Field. It's 9-1 Cubs in the 7th.
We, the device-loving people, want more than just unlimited data. We want unlimited entertainment, so we can stream unlimited action, punch unlimited robots, watch unlimited romance, if you're into that. But we also want more, like unlimited HBO. Can I stop dying now, Mark? No can do, mi amigo. It's unlimited. Besides, you're really good at it, James.
Don't settle for any unlimited data plan. Only the AT&T Unlimited Plus plan comes with HBO included at no extra charge.
Okay. And with your BMO Harris checking account, you don't have to pay any monthly maintenance fees.
Why?
Well, we try to understand our customers' needs. So we included no minimum balance and access to 40,000 no-fee ATMs nationwide.
Why?
Because we care about our customers.
Why?
Because,
What? These are important questions.
Why?
Introducing a checking account with no monthly maintenance fees. That's the BMO effect. BMO Harris Bank.
we're here to help.
Announcing Hyundai's Better Than Ever sales event. Come in now for the biggest savings in our 30-year history on select new Hyundais. Like up to $4,250 total savings on the 2017 Elantra.
Really? Wow.
And every new Hyundai comes with an amazing warranty.
America's best warranty.
Hurry in before the best offers in Hyundai history are, well, history. Better is the reason to buy Hyundai. Better Than Ever is the reason to buy now. Lease the Elantra for $109 a month or get up to $4,250 in total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Welcome back. Time for the Weber Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. First man out of the chute this afternoon is Hector Rondon, pitching for the 17th time. 0-1 with a 3.14 ERA. He's inherited 6 base runners this year. 2 have come around to score. Call grilling flavor up to the bigs.
So Peraza, Barnhart, Alcantara with consecutive singles to start the inning. Top of the order now. And as you said, you know, a 9-0 now 9-1 lead does not feel precarious by any stretch. Wind blowing out. You've got a Reds offense that has been struggling lately to score runs, but they've got some guys who can do some damage.
Yeah, so this becomes a little bit of an issue for Joe Madden with the top of the order up, nobody out yet. All of a sudden they put a 4 or 5 run on spot up there on the board. That's going to make things a little dicey. Don't give the opposition an opening. Don't give them that 4th look at a starting pitcher.
There's also psychology about it, right? I mean, last night the Reds came back, made it a 2-run game. But if you had like a 4-0 lead from the first inning until the 8th versus like a 13-1 lead that becomes 13-9 in the 8th, the 13-9 game feels like it's getting away from you.
It feels
because of
losable,
momentum,
for lack of a better word. Yeah.
0-2 on Hamilton, batting from the left side.
Hector's second appearance in this series, worked 2/3 of an inning on Tuesday. Didn't give up anything through 10 pitches. Little guy, take it. It's all yours.
Two and two.
Been with the Cubs since 2013. He's a Rule 5 draft pick from the Indians organization. 29 years of age. Last year, 2015, he appeared in 72 ball games, collected 30 saves, and had a 1.67 ERA.
Well, if there can be a big pitch in an 8-run lead, this would be it. Certainly don't want to walk Billy Hamilton to load the bases. And he doesn't, but that's out into deep right center. And it's going to one-hop the wall. Barnhart in. And that ball is in the ivy, so it'll be a double. It does save a run, at least for now. As Hamilton would have easily been at third, and Alcantara would have easily scored.
Yeah, so he challenged on 3-2. Hamilton doesn't oftentimes back up the outfielders, so they're played pretty shallow for him. Either way, it was going to be a tough get, even if you're playing deep.
Infield back, second and third, no outs. Cozart swings and misses on a slider. Check swing grounder. Rondon left his feet. He's all right. Close play got him at first. Alcantara scores. Hamilton to third. It's now 9-3. So all 3 runs charged to Lester. Things change in a hurry. I was talking about him maybe getting into the 8th. He ended up pitching 6+, gave up 3 runs.
Yeah, and it was 6 shutout going into the 7th. So, you know, his ERA takes a little bit of a hit with the work the Reds have done here in the 7th inning, but it does not diminish the effort from John Lester here today. He was outstanding. Taking nothing for granted. Chris Bosio out to have a chat with Rondon, with Votto up there.
Look at Votto, what he's done against Rondon.
And maybe that was the message. Whatever you've done in the past, don't do it again. It hasn't worked so well.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thanks for the uplifting message.
Shank foul by Votto.
Yeah, there's Votto again, first pitch hacking, and that wasn't just line drive the other way. He was trying to inflict some serious damage with that hack. His double back in the first came on a first pitch offering. Baby, it's like an amoeba.
Maybe the first time that word's ever been uttered in a big league broadcast. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
I think Votto was looking fastball in there, and so he saw in and he got his swing started, but it was a slider. Feels like he's done enough work inside, wants to shoot for the outside corner.
Got him looking.
Votto complaining that was a quality pitch. And Joey sees the video on that one. He'll realize that Rondon got him. Plenty of the plate. At the knees.
Duvall 0 for 3 reached on an error in the 6th inning. Takes strike 1.
First pitch slider command has been an important part of it for Rondon this year. He's been able to make that pitch a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter, and find the zone with it. Could have had a lot of these hitters who are up there looking fastball.
Each team with 7 hits. Lester's ERA at 3.57 after 6 innings and 3 runs allowed. 2 scored after he left the ball game. Two now on Duvall. Rangers going for their 9th straight win. They've got an 8-2 lead over the fading Phillies in the 7th in Arlington. That'll be a base hit. It's 9-4 as Hamilton's in.
Well, give the Reds credit. They battled back last night, made it a tight game late. Haven't mailed it in here this afternoon.
Now Suarez, double and 2 strikeouts. And a base hit to right.
Faithful here getting a little restless.
Not been a ton of hard hit balls this inning, but everything in play has found some daylight. Scooter Gennett will hit for Stevenson.
Scooter, the former Brewer, hitting .288. Boy, good slugging numbers. .521 slugging percentage. He's 0 for 12 in his career against Hector, which would lead you to one of 2 conclusions. Hector owns him or is due to get a knock.
He had been primarily a second baseman with Milwaukee, but went into their camp this year learning to play the outfield, so he's a part-time utility player now with the Reds, who claimed him off waivers from the Brewers on March 28th, right before the Reds broke camp. He is a Cincinnati native. And 1 to count. Six hits here for the Reds in the 7th.
Shade Gennett a little bit the other way in the outfield. He is 1 out of 13 as a pinch hitter this year.
Fly ball left field. Happ is there, and it's time for the Mazda 7th inning stretch with Jim Belushi.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, actor and Chicago native Jim Belushi.
Yo, come back! It's so great to be back in sweet home Chicago. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. No, it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame.
The 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Mazda. Driving matters.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The new Mazda 3.
Now get the 2017 Mazda 3 for 0% APR for 60 months plus $500 APR bonus cash.
At Menards, home improvement means saving big because right now you'll get an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices. Create your own storage space with Dakota shelving. 11 1/4 inch deep by 4-foot bullnose shelves are $355 each after rebate. Add beauty and value with quartz countertop in 18 different color options, starting at $31.14 a square foot after rebate. Stop waiting and start saving with an 11% rebate on everything, even sale prices, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Cubs are introducing a game-changing new premier experience at Wrigley Field with seats featuring prime views and access to an all-exclusive club. The experience will allow fans to enjoy Cubs baseball in a whole new way. Visit CubsPremier.com to join the Premier Client Priority List. It's a good list. You'll want to be on that list.
Michael Lorenzen is now on the list today, following Garrett, Wood, and Stevenson. 9-4 here in the 7th inning. No, look out. Oh, Javi Baez just about got nailed.
Yeah, Javi and the bad boys right there too. That was scary. Addy, one of the league leaders in bat tosses. Oh my goodness.
Baez down.
Baez. Well, this is where we need the cage to protect the on-deck hitter.
Joe's idea. Yeah, Baez is going to vacate. I'll go hit in the cage. The other cage. Strikes out.
It was dramatic, though. No, Javi Baez still alive, able to take the at-bat.
5 knocked in. Grand slam, RBI single, intentional walk. And before the game, it was announced a special presentation from Negocios Now, one of the city's largest Latino newspapers, has recognized Javier Baez. Latinos 40 under 40 for his extraordinary performance during 2016, and also received a plaque. So congrats. Been a good day for Mr. Baez.
Now he's in a hitter's count. Lorenzen's got plus stuff. See if he challenges with a heater here.
Ground ball, center field. 4th time on, 3 out of 3.
Good work. You know, last time he hit that high pitch the other way, just pushed it through the right side of the infield. This time, good controlled swing. Lorenzen did not challenge with the fastball. It was a little slide ball or cutter.
Tommy La Stella pinch hitting. The Blue Jays have suspended Kevin Pillar for 2 games for that incident last night. It's a strike, 3-1. He walked him. That's 8 walks taken by the Cubs. 1 intentional.
14 in the last 2 days. $36,023, the paid crowd on a gorgeous day. To the shortstop, Cozart, a bobble. Everybody's safe. Wow. Well, when it rains, it pours for the Reds. And not to make excuses for the defenders, but with all the walks, long innings, sometimes it's hard to stay sharp out there, but this looked like an easy double play ball. Just never got the handle. Bases loaded, 1 out. John Jay takes a strike. It's had a lot of bases loaded opportunities in this series. Cubs already with a grand slam today. It goes Baez in the first. Bobby's at third. Estella at second, and Almora at first. Tuesday, he allowed a home run in that ball game. You get the sense watching his body language, he's not really thrilled to be out there today. Could be a complete misread on my part. Another chance for Cozart. He'll step on second and turns a 6-3 double play. To the 8th. Cubs 9, Reds 4.
The first Binny's laid down roots in the shadow of Wrigley Field in 1948. Still family owned, Binny's has become Chicago's #1 destination for wine, spirits, and beer. Binny's Beverage Depot, helping you celebrate the best times of your life.
Cricket has something epic for you. Our plans start at only $30 a month.
We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Plus, switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
If you call Chicago home, you know it's not the subway. It's the L. There's only one tallest building. Real pizza's baked in a dish, and it better be deep. And there's only one way true Chicagoans pay. Wintrust. Bring it home, Chicago.
Over here. Over here.
Up you babies.
What's happening?
That feeling, only better. Turbo. Standard in a 150 horsepower, fun to drive, Volkswagen Jetta.
Hurry in and lease this 2017 Jetta S for just $169 a month, plus a $1,500 Memorial Day bonus.
This is the famous Joe Madden's hoagie made from Aunt Geneva's old family recipe. The experts at Binny's Beverage Depot suggest pairing it with Brunello di Montalcino. That's where they say, se non lo si può trovare a Binny di non probablemente, vale la pena de bere.
Time now for the Giga Time moment. It is powered by Xfinity.
Tom Lester continues his outstanding work. Looking to run his streak to 11-0 over the last 15 games now in this ballpark, and contributes with the bat as well. A little sac fly. So as we look at the numbers for this series, the starting pitching, which has struggled a good portion of the year, starting to round into shape. Lackey 5 1/3, 3 runs. Hendricks 6 innings of 2-run baseball, and there's Lester's effort here today. Remember, every one of these games very much a hitter's environment with the wind howling out.
Left-hander Brian Dunsing, part of a Cubs bullpen that ranks second in the National League in ERA. And he replaces Rondon. Peraza, who began the 4-run 7th with a base hit off Lester, takes a strike.
Dunsing last worked on the Sunday against the Cardinals. Worked 2 innings, allowed a run on 5 hits.
A roller to the shortstop, Russell.
Snapped a streak of 8 appearances that he had not allowed a run through 48 pitches in that game, so he was due for a couple of days off. There's a man at work.
I think members of Colin Hayes' band back in the day, instead of saying I'm a member of Men at Work, just said I'm a man at work.
I'm a man at work.
And easier. Right?
Give me a Vegemite sandwich while you're at it.
Okay, that's overkill. 1 strike on Barnhart. And 2. See the wind now going more out toward right. But it changes with the wind.
The wind does.
Yeah. I mean, if other things can change with the wind, I don't know why the wind can't change with it as well. Well, Contreras is all right. Shook it off. Two called, strike 3.
Yeah, Dunsing not really overpowering, but he got the finesse guy that you might think. I mean, he gets a lot of swings and misses with that curveball, and then he plants that curveball in the hitter's mind, and he's able to slip that heater by him.
Well, a win today, and the Cubs would complete their first sweep of the year. On the outside corner to Alcantara. Bounced to Chris Bryant. So Dunsing, nice work in the 8th. 9-4 Cubs.
The Toyota Time Sales Event is the perfect time to get the Toyota you've been waiting for. Come in now and you can get low APR financing on the fun-to-drive Corolla, sporty Camry, adventurous RAV4, and more. During the Toyota Time Sales Event, lease a new Corolla for $159 a month. Or get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $500 bonus cash. It all ends May 31st, so hurry in before they're gone. Toyota, let's go places.
When a pedigree of power, near perfect balance, razor-sharp precision, and head-turning style run in the family becomes a dynasty. The BMW 3 Series and 4 Series Grand Coupe. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW 320i xDrive sedan for as low as $309 a month.
From the moment you see it, it commands your respect. You can feel its immense power. The only way to master it is to venture inside. Go ahead, dive in. The GMC Sierra, offering the most V8 horsepower in its class. We are professional grade. Step up to GMC and pay no interest for 72 months on this 2017 GMC Sierra Double Cab. GMC, we are professional grade.
Subscribe to the Cubs Talk podcast on iTunes or the Google Play Store today.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with an In the Loop update. Don't forget, David DeJesus will join me after the ball game for Cubs Post Game Live, brought to you by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Jimmy Butler, third-team All-NBA, setting himself up for an NBA Supermax deal. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, first team. Preakness coming up this weekend. White Sox back to work tonight. We'll see you after the ball game.
Apply for an all-digital, no-fee loan now at eclicklending.com. eClick is located right here in Chicagoland and rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. eClick Lending. Your mortgage just happened.
Right-hander Drew Storen for the Reds here in the 8th. Cubs lead by 5.
Second look at Storen in this series. Having a nice year. Longtime national. Toronto and the Mariners last year, now back in the NL. Former first-round pick out of Stanford University. But the same year they got Strasburg, right? Didn't they take Ian Strasburg both in the first round? Or was it the Harper year? I know they had 2 first-round picks that year.
Look it up. Won the count.
Walk, punch out, home run straightaway center, and a line out to short for Chris today.
It was Strasburg Storen, 1st and 10th overall. Stanford against University of San Diego. Drive to right. Alcantara tracking, battling the sun. Hefty home run time. Grand slam. Baez first inning on a hanger. And then Bryant in the fourth.
Pretty much sealed the fate of the Red starter, Amir Garrett. He was out after 4, but I've noticed his A remains. His A is still there on the mound. He scraped it into the front of the mound when he started the ball game. Trust me, it's there. Maybe it stands for Anthony.
It could.
There it is. About 3 hours ago, we were talking about under the weather.
Yeah.
Remember that? I looked it up. And like so many of those idioms, it has its origins, at least according to this story I'm looking at, in nautical time, you know, maritime world. So if a sailor was sick, they would put him below deck so he wouldn't have to deal with the rocking of the ship as much. So literally below the weather in stormy seas.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Get down there below the weather. You'll be okay.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. By the way, that same draft, 2009, in the 18th round, 532 overall, shortstop Marcus Stroman was taken by the Nationals. Yeah. He did not sign, however. That was out of high school. Later went 22nd overall to the Blue Jays 3 years later out of Duke.
3 years of one position change.
So another walk. Here comes Happ. Here comes the pitch. It's a strike. How about that? Suarez way off the line. An opposite field ground ball hit for Ian Happ. Third time he's reached base.
Well, Ian Happ, by his play, is screaming loud and clear. I'm done with AAA. I want no part of that world anymore. I'm a big leaguer.
That cup of coffee here at the big leagues might last a little longer. Yeah. Contreras, a walk and a run in the first inning. Low and outside from Storen. Missed again. Placed 7th against the Yanks. Cubs took 10 walks. That would have been the 18-inning game. Ground ball to third, fair. Double play, 5-3. Suarez to Votto. To the night. Cubs 9, Reds 4.
So why do your low fares come with 2 free bags, unlike the other guys?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
And why do your low fares stay so low?
'Cause I know I can treat you better.
Why am I wasting time with that other airline?
When you should be with me instead.
Yes. What? Southwest.
Hey, Chicago. Say yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
The blades of a combat chopper spin at 380 RPMs. Not even close to an Echo trimmer. Now that's shock and awe. Power on and on.
This is the original light beer. Brewed with the belief that a beer could be light and not compromise on taste. To be enjoyed from first game to last call. Miller Lite. Hold true.
So I'm never gonna let you go. I'll hold you forever. Oh, baby, I'm gonna let you know. We belong together. We belong together.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. That's why State Farm protects them together, to help life go right. Combine and save. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
Tomorrow on CSN, former Cub Kerry Wood will be filling in for JD, and join me for the series opener against the Milwaukee Brewers. Coverage starts at 12:30 with Cubs pregame live, presented by Fields Auto Group, or stream live at csnchicago.com. No matter what happens in that Brewer game today, they're trailing 2-1 in San Diego in the 6th. They will be in first place because the Cardinals are off. Milwaukee a half a game ahead of St. Louis. Ryan Dunsing with a 1-2-3-8. Back out for the 9th. Top 3, Hamilton, Cozart, Votto for the Reds. And a first pitch strike on a curve. Base hit. Hamilton has 2 today in 5 tries. You got to believe Dunsing, well, I guess I would ask, will he pay any attention to Hamilton?
No, they're not even going to hold him on.
Hamilton will take second base as that ball trickled away from Contreras.
So that hit, the Reds have actually out-hit the Cubs here today, 10-9. It's the Cubs' ability and willingness to take walks.
Just in case, it's Koji Uehara. Passed ball charge to Contreras. Here comes a 1-1. It's high and wide. Finals, Pirates 10, Nationals 4. Tigers 6, Orioles 5. Detroit now a game over 500. Rockies beat the Twins in game 1 of their doubleheader 5-1.
Phillies making a little noise late, but the Rangers with an 8-4 lead in the 9th. Looking to win their 9th in a row.
Pulled in the left. Hamilton had to freeze on the liner. And stop at third.
Two-hit day for Cozart, who came into play batting .350. Another first pitch swing from Votto.
Dunsing with an 0-1. It's a strike. As a sign, Contreras sets up toward the outside, and the pitch taken. Make it 1-2. I mean, you're 0-2 on Joey Votto, and you had some numbers last night. And Votto could probably just rest the bat on his shoulder, knowing nobody's going to throw him a strike, right?
They should. The better the hitter, the more willing you should be able to attack when you have him down in the count. I think it's that plus his willingness to change his approach. And we've seen it with Rizzo too. Choke up, widen the legs, use the hands, fight off tough pitches just to stay alive. Yeah, after 0-2, his on-base percentage was .478 or something crazy like that.
Got to include a fair amount of walks. 0-2 to 3-2. But even with a 5-run lead, you treat 0-2 against Votto like you would in any score, right? It feels that way.
Yeah, I like attack mode. The better the hitter, the more you should be on the attack. You know, when you get the jump on them. Especially the guys that have power that can do damage.
Another payoff pitch, and he hit him. And that'll load the bases, and that'll be it for Dunsing. Here comes Joe.
His Reds, these last two games, they've been like Jason in those Friday the 13th movies. They just don't go away.
They certainly don't want to go away quietly. So, trouble in the ninth. The Cubs do have a 5-run lead, but the Reds have the tying run on deck.
Really? No, relax, babe. I've got T-Mobile. It's all unlimited, so I've got unlimited access to all things MLB.
Are you sure that means all things?
Yeah, totally. Oh. Good morning, Bryce.
Dude, what time is it?
Funny filter time. Say something funny. I'm not that funny. Yeah, still kind of funny.
Thanks.
I got unlimited data, so we can just keep going
Thanks.
if you want.
That's how he wakes up.
I know.
Like perfectly coiffed. T-Mobile One. Stream, post, and share all things MLB on the most advanced LTE network. Unlimited data means unlimited baseball.
Sawyer, you're in.
Me?
Yeah, playing shortstop. Hey, ball.
With more selection and savings, you get more brushes with glory at Meijer.
Honda knows sometimes it feels good to get out of your comfort zone and be a little different. With style and technology to help you stand out. KBB.com's best overall buy for 2017. The one and only Civic. Nothing compares to a Honda.
Follow Cubs baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with Game Day. Live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball.
Time for the Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen, and this is a save spot for Koji Uehara, because if you do the math, bases loaded, 5-run lead, the tying run is on deck all of a sudden.
So the graphic there on Uehara, 1 home run allowed this year. That came the other night to Joey Votto.
Hamilton at third, Cozart at second, and Votto at first. Cubs need outs.
This is a little bit of a scary proposition. Duvall, a power guy. Uehara, a fly ball pitcher on a windy day. Also a swing and miss pitcher. It's Duvall flailing at the split finger pitch. Great look at it there. Uehara, one of the elder statesmen. He's 42 years of age.
A nice under the radar offseason signing for the defending world champions. In the air, looks like the ball could stay in, and it will. Thanks to the wind. That'll be the first out. It'll end up being a sac fly as Hamilton scores, but Uehara will gladly take the exchange as Happ made the catch. 9-5, 1 out.
Just get outs, and Duvall never left the batter's box. Assumed that was a foul ball the whole way. He thinks he's yanked this one well foul. He's thinking about what he's going to do with the next pitch.
Suarez bounces foul. 9-5 Cubs Tuesday, 7-5 Cubs Wednesday, currently 9-5 today. Strike 3, 2 outs.
Third punch out for Suarez today. Shatters his bat in frustration. This little two-seamer, and that Hickox caught the inside corner. Suarez not so much.
One of the 3 catchers on the roster, Stuart Turner. Rule 5 pick from the Twins. 0-1. A strike away from the Cubs' first sweep of the year. 0-2 on the rookie Turner. Cubs win. Cubs win 9-5 the final. They sweep the Reds and are 2 games over 500 through 40.
Well, the hope was return home, get some warm weather, heat up the bat, start to win some games. So far, so good here as they win 3 in a row to get this homestand started. Big day for Javi Baez. Drives in 5. Zobrist had a couple of knocks. Bryant went deep. And John Lester got some run support for one of the few times this year.
Toast of the game is presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Javier Baez is the man today, honored before the game, and had a huge day at the plate. Benny's Beverage Depot is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs.
It was a 5-run second inning yesterday and a 5 spot in the first here today. And Baez providing the power with the grand slam. Game on.
Time for our On the Diamond interview presented by James & Sons Fine Jewelers. Kelly.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Well, Javi, what a day for you. The big award before the game. You go 3 for 3 at the plate, but none bigger than that grand slam in the first inning. Walk us through that at bat and all the plate appearances before you.
Well, you know, I had a plan the whole AB, and you know, just looking for a mistake. He left a slider up, and you know, I got to get to it and just went out.
You know, it wasn't but just a week ago people were questioning this team's offense, and here over the last 3 games you guys have put up almost 30-some runs. Plate appearances from guys are just a difference with the weather. What has it been?
You know, we're just trying to make one adjustment in one pitch and one AB. You know, we've been trying to make our adjustments. You know, obviously we've been talking to each other. You know, trying to get the next guy to come hit, and you know, not trying to be the hero of it.
Taking the pressure off one another. Lastly, what did you do to Addison Russell that he's throwing his bat at you?
Oh, I don't know. You know, I've seen a lot of that. So, you know, I saw the first one, and then I saw the bat coming at me, and I knew it wasn't going to hit me. But the second one was really close. So I was like, oh wow. But
it all worked out. Cubs get a W. You get to go celebrate. Thank you, Javier.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
6th home run of the year for Javier Baez, and it was a big one, guys.
Thank you, Kelly. It certainly was. And Mr. Baez gets a gift card courtesy of James & Sons Fine Jewelers. JD, have a great weekend. Congrats
Thank
to
you very much.
your daughter, Kelly. And you'll be back with us on Sunday. Kerry Wood will join me tomorrow. Ryan Dempster on Saturday. And for JD, for Kelly Kroll, our entire CSN crew here at Wrigley Field, Glenn Casper with your final. Cubs 9, Reds 5. 12:30 for our pregame coverage tomorrow as the Brewers come to town. Stay tuned. More to come. Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs postgame live is next.
Welcome in to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Blue Cross Blue Shield. He's David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. John Lester was excellent again, but boy, oh boy, what a day for Javi Baez.
Man, that's a great start. A nice little grand slam in the first inning. Another big RBI going the other way in, I think it was the 4th or 5th inning. So he's starting to lock in. The team's starting to lock in, and it's fun to see these guys, especially with this offense starting to get going.
Yeah, starting to put up runs in a big, big way. Cubs get it done.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah,
there you
we
go.
forgot last time. Anyway, we'll take a fast time out. We'll come back. You'll hear from Joe Madden. We'll show you the pitching recap. We'll get you all the highlights. Everything you need is coming up next. Blue Cross Blue Shield. Cubs Postgame Live is next on CSN.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast. It's not how fast you mow, it's how well you mow fast.
They're not just words to mow by, they're words to live by. The John Deere Z-Track Z345R with the Excel Deep Deck to mow faster, better. Take a test drive and save up to $250 on select John Deere residential Z-Track mowers.
Ah, graduation day. A time for parents to beam with pride as your youngsters embark on a swell future. All but one, that is. You see, Billy thought it would be neat to try Taco Bell's new boldly seasoned naked chicken chips dipped in a sinful side of nacho cheese sauce. By graduating to these crispy triangles of temptation, the only diploma Billy will receive is a master's degree in being hooked.
Actually, it's a bachelor's in fine arts, and these things are awesome.
What a waste.
Brought to you by the Council for Eating Fried Chicken the same way you always have, and not Taco Bell.
Inside the rack houses of Jim Beam, thousands of barrels lay silent. But that doesn't mean they lay idle. In fact, inside each and every Jim Beam barrel, the bourbon is aging, building a fuller, smoother flavor that only comes from being aged 4 long years. At Jim Beam, our history's made from the inside. How will you make yours?
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealers, as reliable as the cars themselves. Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Toyota. The Toyota Time Sales Event ends May 31st. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. And by State Farm, here to help life go right. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Here it comes. Drive to left. Grand slam time. 5-0 in the first.
Here it comes, and there it goes. Way out. Grand slam for Baez. He has a big day. 9-9-2 is a whole lot better than 5-11-2. Cubs get it done 9-5. Beat the Reds. Cubs are 2 over 500. Reds are 2 under. Lester over Amir Garrett. Uehara his first save of the season. And welcome in. Cubs Post Game Live rolls on, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He's David DeJesus. I'm David Kaplan. John Lester looks really, really good.
Yes, he's back home. He's feeling comfortable. And today he was attacking the zone in those first 5 innings.
Yep, pounding it.
He was at 10 pitches an inning. We were talking about it. He was efficient with his pitches, throwing strikes, getting head, and then inducing weak contact. So in that 6th inning, though, he started like trying to pick too much.
He got a little tired.
Got a little tired around the zone, but overall, it was a strong start for him today.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Cubs needed, to get a guy to throw 100 pitches and look really, really good. Let's get to the highlights in this one. First inning, bottom 1. Cubs are up 1-0 after bases loaded. Walk. Base is still juiced for Javi Baez. Up and way out, deep to left. That is his 3rd career slam, 2nd given up by the Reds this year. The other was to Wilson Contreras in the Natty. And that gives the Cubs a big 5-0 lead. John Lester could settle in.
Yeah, that's up in the zone where he liked it. I know he fouled off a couple low fastballs away. Then he tried to throw a little hanging slider, and he deposited 400 and something feet away.
It's funny, you look at Tucker Barnhart, the catcher, and boy, his head went down. And then Chris Bryant, way up and way out the dead center. That ball over the batter's eye. That was crushed.
Yeah, that's my key performer today, doing his thing, getting that win for me.
He did.
But look, his swing is so powerful, so quick, and that was center cut for him, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do when the ball's down the middle.
Yep.
Hit it right out to center.
Yep, go right up the middle with it, and it went out. That was his 8th of the season. After a Javi Baez RBI single made it 7-0, John Lester up with a couple runners on. Hard to believe